Unit 5, Part 2, Entrepreneurship Development. I am Isha Kulkarni, Electronics and Telecommunication Department, Pune Institute of Computer Technology. Yesterday, we discussed the ideal market conditions for a business or an entrepreneurship to grow and the market issues that must be taken into consideration for bringing up any business idea. Now, we also discussed how a business idea has to be identified and how it has to be brought it down onto the paper. Now, once we have a business idea ready with us, the next thing that comes is business plan. Now, planning is very essential for may it be a business which is already set up for an entrepreneur, for anyone. What is business planning process? It is a written document prepared by an entrepreneur that describes all relevant external and internal elements involved in starting the new venture. A business plan is basically a blueprint of step-by-step process that would be followed to convert business idea into successful business venture. So basically it is a written document. What we have to stress upon is, and it contains all the all the essentials of the business. What is the importance and objective of a business plan? To give direction to the vision. So whatever vision has been already been defined is expressed in the business plan. Objective uh, is its next objective is to evaluate the prospectus of the business, monitor the progress after implementation of the business plan, the to persuade others to join the business, to seek loans from financial institutions. This business plan or the documentation of whatever uh, business plan is there in the mind of the entrepreneur has to be brought down onto the paper, and this valid paper has to be shown to the financial institutions for seeking loan. Visualize concept in terms of market availability, organizational operational and financial feasibility to guide an entrepreneur in actual implementation of the plan, to identify actual strength and weakness of the plan. So how can we sum up this business plan concept? It looks perfect on the paper, may prove imperfect in the real world. That means when it is just in the mind or it is just as a concept for an entrepreneur, it is yet vague. But when it comes down on the paper, it becomes a more perfect looking business concept. Sometimes failure is due to the internal environment or uh, or the company's finances, and hence we have to include what are the areas or what is the environment in which this business plan has to cultivate. So next point is how business plan process takes place. The few concepts here are idea generation, environmental scanning, feasibility analysis, project report preparation, evaluation control and review. Now, in these will be explained in the further slides one by one. Idea generation. This is the first step in the business planning where you get the idea, and this is the major point which differentiates an existing business with an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur may come up with new business ideas or may bring in value addition to the existing products in the market. So there are sources of new ideas for an entrepreneur are the consumers or the customers themselves, the existing companies, its R&D, employees, dealers, and retailers. So when you're creating a new business plan, it involves a detailed process with a number of stages, some of which can overlap too. Whether you are writing your plan from scratch or you're working with an experienced business plan or a consultant, you will have to go through research, strategy, you have to have some calculations, you have to draft the plan onto the paper, revise, reread it, proofread it, and so on. So, in the research, the detailed research into industry, customers, competitors, the cost of the product, the cost of the business, for beginning a new business, variety of resources can be used for research, like from database, articles to experienced people advising you legal aspects in starting a new business and so on. So once the idea is ready, the next thing is environmental scanning. This environmental scanning is the atmosphere in which you are going to build your process, your business. The steps after idea generation is next is to conduct an environmental scanning to know the socio-culture appraisal, the technological appraisal, economic, demographic, and government appraisals. In this, you are going to scan something external to the business. The external factors that are affecting your business will be scanned in external environment. In internal environment, the availability of raw material, production, operations, that is the machinery, equipment, tools, techniques that are necessary, financial setup, market, human resource, all these will be contributing to your internal environment. This next is project report preparation. With all these things, you are going to prepare a report or a documentation of all the information has to be put onto the paper, and then the title of your business, the business will be the amount of money that is put into the business, everything will be considered in this report. Evaluation, control, and review. So as a company operates in dynamic environment, company also has to monitor and preview strategies and policies to stay in line with the competition of the existing market. A market plan refers to the plan that describes market condition and strategy and related how products and services will be distributed, priced, and promoted into the market. This is all related with business planning. Next, what is a market plan? Or a market plan is also known as marketing plan. Now, a good market plan is backbone of any business. Like you need, you need, uh, you need a business plan. Similarly, you also need a marketing plan. A marketing plan aims at planning the marketing strategies for a company. Preparing a marketing plan involves the task of analyzing market opportunities through market research, identifying profitable segments, and targeting them through compounded market mix strategies. There are four important P's that you have to consider. Those are product, price, place, and promotion. Market research, whether to enter a market or not, whether to charge premium prices or not, what kind of discounts will be attractive to the customers, what is the total size of the current market, growth rate of the market, customer customer preferences, the satisfaction, the buying behavior, the distribution levels, price and sensitivity analysis. Based on all this, the decisions have to be made. Then a market segment study must be done. Sources of finance. So now you have to identify few sources of finance, like in sense the financing agencies which are ready to support your business, give you financial help. Now this point was previously covered in unit 3. Again, sources of finance, under sources of finance, long term, medium term, and short term. So You can have personal savings, or you can put in your own money, credit from suppliers. You can take loans or mortgage your property and then take loans from the bank. And then maybe some government assisting programs for upcoming startups. You will lend money from your friends, neighbors, and so on. So there are few further things which tell you are according to the requirement you have to make the decision. Determine what is the total investment that is required for buying assets, how much should be your working capital. So this is something which is related to the financial decisions of your business plan. Need for institutional support. The finance is something without which the business will never run. So, as an entrepreneur, you need finance to start an industry, for acquiring fixed assets, developing product. You need hire men, machinery at work. You require finance. Encourage management to make progress. You need finance. Requires prior built up infrastructural facilities for its start. Finance is required to large, medium, and small businesses also. So there are few government agencies and central and state and central government institutions which provide or they focus their attention on small scale industries and the progress of small scale industries. This government organization was known as SSI sector. Now it is renamed as Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. The Ministry for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, their work is to initiate various schemes to start small scale industries, measure policy measures towards SSI, which will be beneficial in growth of SSI, programs and schemes for the promotion of SSI. Government has also started a website known as startup.org where you can find central government wise and state government wise uh, policies and government policies and facilities for upcoming startups and enterprises. These are few typical types of finance: short term, medium term, and long term. So for this you can again refer to the PPTs and slides and the PDF for sources of finance in Unit 3. Services that are offered by SSI, that is Small Ministry of SSI, Small Scale Industries, management, that is it is a consultancy which gives you management, training, testing facilities, marketing assistance through various institutions set up by the government. Then there are certain schemes like PMKVY, under which an individual is trained or his skill sets are improved so that he can start his own business. Such schemes are being introduced by the government of India. Thank you.